All right. We now welcome on to BUTV senior women's golfer Taylor Ledwein. Taylor, thanks for joining us today. How have you been?
As good as I can be, finally ready to be out of quarantine.
Yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks for sure. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We just wanted to discuss a few things about your golf career. It's been very eventful lately, and of course, despite COVID, you still played in a number of tournaments this summer, managing to stay busy. Tell us about your summer a little bit.
The summer was pretty good. I started off playing in the state match play, played pretty decent, made it to the semifinals. Wasn't able to make it on. Kind of struggled a little bit in the state am. Didn't play my best the first round, but bounced back the next 2 days. And then I went on to the state four ball. I actually played with Megan Welch, who's on the team. We were down a few strokes going into the second day, but, we both played well, and we ended up winning that. And then played in the state open and series of misfortunate events. I did not win, but it was a good learning time, and it was a really good summer.
Certainly sounds like you were busy. And how important is it to continue playing in competitive golf tournaments? Because tournament golf is certainly different than just going out and playing.
Yeah, it's really important to just kind of stay in that mindset, of when you're playing for fun, you just kind of think, oh, it doesn't really matter, how you finish. But tournament golf, it's especially important to stay in like the finishing mindset, because those last couple holes, especially like if you're in contention or, your team is, you have to stay in that mindset of, okay, all I have to do is, just play how I am. So it's really important to stay in that competitive mindset, even if it's just, going out and playing with your friends and just saying, okay, we're going to act like this is a tournament.
Yeah. And certainly in a few of those tournaments you have won before, correct? If I recall, 2018, you won the state amateur?
Yeah, 2018, I actually won the state am in match play. And then me and Megan were fortunate enough to win the four ball in that year as well.
There you go. You've had some success, so certainly you know how to navigate your way around tournaments. Now, how do those competitions compare to NCAA competitions?
The really only difference for me, I think, is you're playing with such a different age group of players. I could be playing in those with a girl who's going to be a sophomore in high school, or I could be playing with a fellow competitor I know from Minnesota who's 29 years old, has her own business and child, so it's a lot different of the aspects of people you're playing with. But as far as the competition wise, for me, it feels almost the same.
For sure. And, it's still golf. Looking at your Bradley career, last year was your senior year, but you decided to come back for a fifth year after the NCAA granted extra eligibility. Now, what went into that decision, and why did you decide to come back?
So last year, sadly, I was injured for the first couple events, and I contemplated, do I want to try to redshirt? Do I want to just keep playing? And then I got better and I was ready to go for the tournaments. So when it came time that I was going to have the option for a fifth year, I really talked to my parents about, I was sitting in the training room crying a couple months before that because I wasn't going to be able to play a full senior year. And they're like, not necessarily going to get a job in the job market right now with COVID. You could have the advantage to get another degree. So we didn't really see a downside of coming back for another year and, getting to spend time with my teammates and another degree and just growing more in my golf game.
For sure. And certainly speaking on your team a little bit, you guys, just like the rest of the teams at Bradley, haven't been able to do much coming out of this 2-week quarantine and with NCAA uncertainty and stuff like that. What have you guys been able to do?
So before the school issued the quarantine, we were able to get out and practice as a team, which I think was really good, especially for our freshmen to kind of get in and meet the team and kind of get used to what it's going to be like. We had one weekend of qualifying, which was nice, to just get out and get back to playing competitive golf again. Sadly, in this 2-week quarantine, we haven't been able to do anything, like the rest of the teams on campus. Starting tomorrow, we're going to get back to it, voluntary practice, and then starting Friday, as long as we can, keeping our distance, especially with golf. It's nice because we're outside and we don't need to be around each other. We're going to get, right back into it and hopefully, be able to practice until we're sent home, and then we'll be ready to go for the spring.
You guys are staying hopeful for spring season, I'm sure.
Yes, we have to. Otherwise, we're just gonna, be not really want to do anything. And we know some of us are still playing in some tournaments this fall that have been approved, outside because the NCAA allowed that. So just staying ready and keeping our game sharp for those is also important.
And it certainly is. And, everything is really up in the air, but that's the plus of golf. Like you said, social distancing is built in. So hopefully you
Yes.
guys have a spring season. I'm hoping for you guys. And Taylor, thanks for joining us, and good luck this fall if you play in any tournaments, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right.